Hey, what's going on, guys? TheViralLewis here, and I'm going to be bringing you a review, as you can guess by the title of this video, a review of the PS Vita Slim, or the model PCH 2000. So, before we get started, I just want to mention that I have a case for this and a screen protector, so the screen may look different for you and through this video, but it's pretty, but what they tell about the Vita Slim is that the screen sucks because of the OLED, but I really can't tell the difference unless it's right next to each other. So let's get into this. Let's start off with the analog sticks, or the analog nubs, whatever you guys want to call it. They don't have the L3 and the R3, which is really more of a downside because it's going to be harder to run in games such as Call of Duty Black Ops Declassified, where you have to hold the analog nub directly up just to run, and if you swerve even a little to the right, you stop running. So, yep. Okay, so let's go on to the D-pad and the square and circle and triangle and X button. The D-pad, it's fine. I mean, it feels nice and responsive. All that same goes for the buttons. Then we got the home button and the start and select button. Now, they raised it and they made them circular, which I really love because the oval just did not feel good. It just felt so off-putting about the device. So, the speakers they lowered. They're supposed to be up here, and also it's right next to the thumb analog sticks. Sorry, and if you just have big thumbs and then you accidentally cover the thing, you might miss something like Borderlands 2 if Handsome Jack is talking. And if you guys don't play Borderlands 2, then you probably don't know anything of what I'm saying. But if he's talking, because you want to hear what he has to say, you just cover up those speakers. It's just kind of frustrating. So, that's about it for the front, except for the screen. It's an OLED instead of it's a LCD instead of an OLED, like the PCH 1000 was, or the original model, the fat one with the metal around the side. But this is a slim model, and yeah, let's just get on to the bottom. So right here you have the memory card slot, which I have an 8GB in there right now. But over on my desk over there, I have a 16GB, which cost me $32, which is kind of outrageous, but whatever. Then you have instead of the proprietary PS Vita charger from the PCH 1000, you have the micro USB, which was really good. I mean, this is one of the main reasons I bought this model. I just cannot go with losing a proprietary cable and then having to buy another $10 cable, if not more, because I haven't actually looked up what they are, but I'm guessing that's how much. So then you have the headphone jack, and then you have the right here. If you guys have this model and you don't know what this is actually for a capture card. What a capture card does is you put it in there, and then you hook up some cables, and then you hook up those cables into your computer. And what that makes it do is so that you can basically have a screen recorder on your device, and you can send that back into Sony or some other company for an extra $300. So you're spending about $500 with including the bundle on this device. I could not see myself doing that. So that's about it for the bottom. Let's go on to the top. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to say. The home button, instead of it being lit up with an LCD, it is now a reflective metal finish on the inside of the PlayStation home button, as well as the start and select, so that any light comes to it, you automatically see it. Okay, just take a lot of breath out of me because I talk so fast, because I'm trying to get these videos, like, I want to be fast about them so it takes forever. You have the volume rocker, which is basically just the minus and plus symbols up here that control your volume. Then you have the game cartridge, of course, which is hold your game, and that's about it for the top, except for the home button, basically the same, but they added the LED lights up here to indicate if your console is on or charging, and if it's blue, that means that it is fully charged while it's charging. Then all you have is your Sony, and then your PS Vita names down here. That's about it for the top, except for they removed the mystery slot for the unknown accessory. But I really can't imagine them using anything for it, because You know, all I can imagine them is either putting a bigger, better microphone or a bigger, better camera. But I mean, it has a decent microphone and it has a decent camera. You know, not like YouTube quality, but it's decent, I guess. So then we move on to the back. It has a nice matte finish, which is a lot better in the hand than the PCH 1000, because it just felt like it was all gloss, and it just felt like it was gonna fall out of your hands, and I just didn't really like that. So I got this model, and that's another reason. Sorry. Then I have screen protectors on here, like I said earlier. So it might look different for you on camera, but it looks really amazing for me in person. You have the default camera and basically in the same spot. You know, looks the same. Then you have the matte finish, like I said, and then you have the finger rests are a lot bigger. They are significantly bigger, and then the rear touchpad is significantly smaller. Now, instead of having that nice pattern on the side, I'm going to focus in. You have these little buttons or these little dots on the back, and I don't know if you guys can see that because of that light. I can't even see that on my camera. So yeah, there's just the little dots and white dots. I guess it's more attractive because you can barely see them, but whatever. And as I said, I have a screen protector on here, so I don't have any scratches or anything. And that's about it for the back, except for when you're playing Borderlands. And you know, if you're holding it like this and your big screen is on the front, and then you go, this is your middle finger because that's what I use, and then you go to melee. Sometimes you have to press all the way into the middle because it splits down the middle. You know, if this was the left side and that's the right side, you know, this is sprint and no, that's that's melee and that's sprint. You know, sometimes I tap to go sprint, and then I have to tap all the way into the middle, and I just don't like that because in the PCH 1000, it's a lot better because all you have to do is tap here instead of here. So that's about it for the back, and I think I've covered almost everything. But this model comes with actually 1 GB onboard storage, which was great. But the bad thing is you can't use the memory card and the 1 GB onboard storage together simultaneously. You have to use one or the other. So that's a pretty big pretty big downside. Yes. Okay. So that's about it. And in the regards to my last video, I recorded with Minecraft delay and everything. I actually did not know that they only put the 12, 31, 14 if they didn't have a specific date. Sorry guys, that I know because a lot of you were saying, oh, that's just what they say for the default when they don't know when the date's coming out. I actually did not know that, so sorry guys, I might have looked like an idiot. So that's about it for the model. Let's get into the hardware, and then I'll give you a review of 1 to 10. You know, as you can see, the screen is Doctor Who in the background, because that's what you can do. I find it pretty amazing. So, I have a password on here that you guys will not see. And here you go. I'm just going to focus in a little bit more. There we go. So, as you can see, you have the default home. Well, it's not really default because the default has more of a white bluish, like a really light blue background to it, but I changed it to purple. And I have, as you can see, Black Ops Classified and Borderlands 2. So, I don't really like the OS or the operating system on this thing. I really feel like the PS4 operating system would have been a lot better for this mobile console. But, I mean, the whole Skittles effect is what the really thing I do not like about it. It's just how they whole rock and everything. I just don't like that. But, I mean, you gotta take what you get. But, you know, paying $200 for this thing, I just really feel like they should have added something just a little bit, not half-assed. Anything else? Not really, guys. I mean, you see everything, and you go into an app, and then after you're in that app, you just if you want to go home, and then you swipe over, and then you do something else, and then just come straight back to it, open, and it's open. You didn't leave one thing, except for if you're playing an online game, it'll actually take you back to your start menu. So that's about it, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you feel like it, and, you know, see you later.